Welcome back everyone. As most of you know, the iPhone 5S was an iPhone that Apple pushed out a couple of years ago. It was back in 2013. So let's go and see how this phone holds up in the later part of 2021. Now, not a lot of crazy things have changed with this phone since my early 2021 review of this thing, but it's still a pretty revolutionary device in so many different ways. This was the first iPhone to bring a fingerprint sensor, which was awesome. It was also technically one of the last 4-inch iPhones as a flagship before they switched over to that bigger size. But on top of that, this year, this iPhone from 2013, several years ago, is still getting updates, which is so crazy. And even since my mid-2020 review, we've actually gotten, I think, one more update for this thing. Now, I don't think Apple's pushing out any more iOS 12 updates. As far as I can tell, they're going to focus more on iOS 14, but that is still a pretty interesting thing for this phone to be that old, yet it's still getting updates, which is so impressive. So that's the first thing. The body of it, the exterior, is still extremely good. I've been talking about, the build quality of the iPhone 13s, and I don't think I've done an iPhone 5S versus iPhone 13 yet. Maybe I did and maybe I didn't, but that's still a very good feeling body on the 5S, and it's still a very flagship feeling device, which, as I mentioned before, is a very awesome thing. Now, on top of that, when you have a device like an iPhone 5S, you are still in the Apple ecosystem, so a lot of Apple accessories still work, which is really cool. Unfortunately, this thing is pretty much outdated in the software standpoint. It's not getting any more software updates for the most part, so that's another pretty big thing to keep in mind, but you are still getting the Apple ecosystem, which is cool, like I mentioned. Now, on top of that, I did do, the iPhone 5S versus iPhone 12 comparisons and all those ones. The iPhone 5S is still fairly fast for the most part, I'm actually still pretty surprised how fast of a performing phone the iPhone 5S is, Now, it's not faster than, any other phone. It's not faster than an, iPhone 10 even, but it's still very impressive for that type of device. And when you consider the age and when you consider the price tag of this phone, the fact you can get this thing up for like $35 probably in so many places, it's a pretty impressive thing in my opinion. So in terms of that, and in terms of the whole entire iPhone 5S, I think this iPhone really isn't worth it anymore, but it's more so like an artifact of like how great Apple's ecosystem can be and how great Apple can go ahead and continue to support these devices. And I do think that when you have a device, like an iPhone 5S, and you're still using it, you deserve a reward or something like that, because it's still super impressive that you're able to make a phone like this last for that long. And the fact that a phone like this was still kind of supported with software is super impressive in my opinion. So in terms of that, I definitely do think the iPhone 5S is worth it, only in a sense of, it being, a legendary device. I probably wouldn't recommend using it, but I still love the iPhone 5S for sure. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.